Hello, witches. It's Stragabella. I just tried out my new eyeliner I got yesterday at Target. I think it was on clearance. I got this for $1. So, if you guys have a Target near you, they have this really cool section for e.l.f. brand. And so, like, if you don't want to invest the money in trying out the more expensive stuff, you can get things like this for $1. Try it, see if you like it, and chances are the more expensive brand will be at least as good, if not better, as the ones for $1. So it's supposed to be glitter eyeliner, but personally I think I would probably use it more as a lid eyeshadow type of thing. It's like eyeshadow, the liquidy kind of eyeshadow that you get, and then it after a few minutes it kind of hardens. It's sort of like that, but it's very clear with just some glitter, so you have to put a bunch of coats on. I wouldn't really use it just as eyeliner. I probably would put it on and then use a black eyeliner on closer to my eyelashes. I didn't put any eyeliner on with it or any other. I just put eyeshadow and mascara for now. But anyway, I was watching a video today. I don't know how I quite got to it, but it was in the suggested video things about this woman who had a stillborn baby and then went on to have a live baby, but he was in distress, so he was like, he may have been on his way to being dead if she hadn't noticed that he stopped moving. And it brought out a lot of stuff that I've been kind of repressing for the last few years. I've never really talked in detail about this on video. I've mentioned that I had 2 premature babies that died, but I never really went into too much detail about it or anything. And it's been one of those things where I think that I'm done being messed up about it, and I think I'm done dealing with it or whatever, but then all of a sudden something I'll see or something I'll hear will bring it all back to the surface again. And the funny thing is, I hadn't thought about the babies in a while, but July 27th would have been Caleb, the first one. It would have been his 4th birthday. And Lily was born in April, and she would be 3. And so I recently, a couple days ago, visited their grave, and because my mom had told me that somebody took the name tag off of Lily's, there's like little plaques there, and they say each of their names and their birth and death date. And so her name plaque is gone, and so I visited the graves, and I just really decided that I want to start visiting more regularly. It was difficult to visit too often before, because I hadn't come completely to terms with it. But I want to make some kind of like a witchy, something to put there, maybe with some crystals, stones, something like that. And I also want to replace her name tag that's gone. But the funny thing is that yesterday I, for the first time in a while, really thought about them. And I have like a little box in the closet with pictures and a little blanket that we wrapped one of them in, and a hat for the other. But so I looked at their pictures and stuff, and I kind of broke down a little. But my mom, I didn't tell anybody about any of that until now, but my mom called me this morning, and she saw Lily in her dream last night. And it just really surprised me a lot. I, being a witch, I have an ancestor altar in my broom closet upstairs, and I did not include my babies in the ancestor altar. I'm not sure why I didn't, but, you know, when you're working with your ancestors, like, your grandma or, deceased parents or something, you have that relationship that you had when they were alive. But as far as babies go, I'm not sure what I think about that. Because, where your soul or your spirit goes after you die, some people believe that they are just reincarnated and born again into somebody else. So I think that's something I kind of didn't want to really explore or think about. But, and sometimes I've wondered if they stay around here, if they're with me, but I hadn't really sat down and thought about it too much. So I'm interested to know if any of you guys have an opinion on that. If, what you think about when a baby dies before it got a chance to start its whole life or whatever. If you think that they hang around their family, they're watching over you, or if you think that they just, their soul didn't get to be born in this body, but they went on to have another one. Because I think sometimes, the soul chooses a vessel or a family, and if that physical shell isn't a good one, which my physical body couldn't carry to term anymore because I had early cervical cancer, and a big chunk of my cervix was removed. So nobody can really understand why either of the deaths happened exactly, because I had my cervix, that big portion removed before I had Joy, and I carried Joy completely to term. Maybe because I was a lot younger, better shape, and all of that. I was real thin when I had Joy. In fact, I think I only gained like 10 pounds when I was pregnant with her. I think at 9 months I may have been 155 pounds. And yeah, so I was pretty healthy. My first 3 kids were born with no medication, no epidural, no nothing. Completely natural, quick births. But Joy was kind of, she was my only horrible long labor. So I did get an epidural with her. She was my only medicated birth. But, yeah, so I was just thinking about that, wondering, pondering, and wondering if maybe someday I will have the strength to attempt working with them like I do with my other ancestors. But it's sort of one of those, I don't know, I guess it's like a spiritual morality issue. And I was interested to hear what you guys think about it. Okay, guys, I hope you have a great day. I'm probably going to have a barbecue over at my mom's, maybe go swimming or whatever. And that's about it. Okay, guys, blessed be.